Hello, everyone. We're so excited to share a useful U.S. citizenship interview practice session with you today. The applicant is a senior who successfully passed the interview, even though the officer asked a lot of questions during the review of the N-400 form. This is a great resource for anyone preparing for their interview, so we encourage you to practice with it as much as possible. Good luck to all of you on your journey to U.S. citizenship, and don't forget to share your own interview experiences with us. Hello, good morning. Are you Mr. Felipe Rojas Vargas?
Yes, that's me. Good morning.
I'm Officer Josephine, and I'll be handling your interview today. Can you tell me your date of birth and your nationality?
Certainly. My birth date is June 20, 1964, and my nationality is Costa Rican.
Thank you. May I take a look at your appointment letter and your permanent resident card?
Yes, of course. Here you go.
I appreciate it. Please come with me. All right. Before we begin the interview process, I need to place you under oath. Kindly set all of your personal items on the desk in front of you and raise your right hand. Do you solemnly swear that all the responses you give today will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes, I swear.
Please be seated. Can you provide me with your ID and passport when you're ready?
Certainly. Here they are.
Thank you. You've been a lawful permanent resident for 6 years. Is that right?
Yes, that's correct.
When did you become a lawful permanent resident?
I became a lawful permanent resident on May 27, 2019.
What made you decide to apply for U.S. citizenship?
I want to become a U.S. citizen because I'm really looking forward to the chance to vote for the president.
Okay. Have you been living in the United States before receiving your green card?
No, I hadn't been living here prior to that.
How did you obtain your green card?
I was sponsored by my daughter. She helped me get my green card.
Where were you born?
I was born in Costa Rica.
Do you hold citizenship in any other country?
No.
Okay. I'm going to take your fingerprints and photo now. It'll just take a moment. Let's start with your left index finger. Please place it on the scanner in front of you. Now, switch to your right index finger, please. Great. Everything's going smoothly. Now, please look straight at the camera in front of you so I can take your photo quickly. Thank you for your cooperation. You've completed this part of the process. Now, we'll move on to the civics portion of your interview. I'll be asking you 6 questions taken from the official list of 100 civics questions. You need to answer 6 correctly to pass this section. Let's begin with the first question. What do we call the first 10 amendments to the Constitution?
The Bill of Rights.
What are the 2 parts of the U.S. Congress?
The Senate and House of Representatives.
Who wrote the Declaration of Independence?
Thomas Jefferson.
Name one problem that led to the Civil War.
Slavery.
What is one responsibility that is only for United States citizens?
Vote in a federal election.
What is the name of the national anthem?
The Star-Spangled Banner.
Congratulations! You have successfully answered all the questions and passed the civics test. Now, I'm going to go over your personal information. Please respond with the most current details, And let me know if anything has changed since you've submitted your N-400 application, okay?
Yes, I understand.
Your legal name is Felipe Rojas Vargas. Is Vargas your last name?
Actually, my name is Rojas Vargas.
Do you go by any other names?
No.
Do you want to change your name?
Yes, I want to change my name to Tony Rojas Vargas, as I indicated in my Form N-400.
Okay. Can you verify that your social security number is 857-51-8963?
Yes, that's correct.
What is your current address?
My current address is 815 Cambridge Drive, Wabash, Indiana, 46992.
Is your mailing address the same as your residence address?
Yes, it's the same.
How long have you been living at this address?
I've been living here for 3 years.
You moved to that address on April 23rd, 2022. Is that correct?
Yes, that's correct.
Can you provide the address where you lived at prior to your current one?
Yes, I lived at 11238 South 700 East, LaFontaine, Indiana, 46940.
You also lived at 3375 Garland Avenue, Fort Wayne, Indiana, 46805 in the last 5 years. Is that correct?
Yes.
Have you lived anywhere else in the last 5 years?
No, that's it.
Who is your current employer?
I'm currently employed at Van Drunen & Sons, Inc.
What kind of work do you do there?
I operate food processing machinery.
How long have you been working with this company?
It's been about 3 years now.
Did your employment there begin on April 26, 2022?
Let me think. Yes, that's correct.
Before this job, were you working at Shearer's Food from March 4th to April 15th, 2021?
I don't remember the exact start date, but I do remember working there from March 2021 until April 15, 2021.
That's okay. Have you held any other jobs in the last 5 years?
No, those were the only 2 jobs I've had. For a while, I stayed home to help care for my daughter's children.
How did you support yourself during that time?
My daughter supported me. She provided for me financially.
Were you living in the same household with your daughter at the time?
Yes, we shared a home for the first year after I arrived in the United States.
All right. Have you ever traveled outside the U.S. for more than 6 months?
No, I haven't.
How many trips abroad have you taken in the past 5 years?
I've made 1 trip abroad in the last 5 years.
When did you leave the U.S. for that trip? And when did you return?
I left the U.S. on September 18, 2022, and came back on September 28, 2022.
Where did you travel to?
I went to France on vacation.
Have you made any other trips in the past 5 years?
No, I've only made 1 trip in the past 5 years.
Can you tell me your marital status?
I'm married, although my wife passed away quite some time ago.
I'm sorry for your loss. Have you ever been married more than once?
No, I've only been married 1 time.
Do you remember the date of your marriage?
Yes, I got married on August 12th, 1997.
Did your marriage take place in Costa Rica?
Yes.
Can you tell me the name of your deceased spouse?
Yes, her name was Valentina Sanchez.
How many children do you have?
I have one daughter.
Is she your biological daughter?
Yes, she is.
Was she born from your marriage to your late spouse?
Yes, that's right.
What is your daughter's full legal name?
Her name is Sofia Sanchez Vargas.
Is your daughter a U.S. citizen?
Yes, she is a U.S. citizen.
How did she obtain U.S. citizenship?
She became a U.S. citizen through her marriage to an American citizen.
Let's move on to the next section of the interview. This will be the reading and writing portion to assess your English language skills. First, please read out loud the sentence that appears on the tablet.
Who is the father of our country?
Great. Now for the writing part. I'm going to read a sentence, and I'd like you to write it on the tablet after you hear it, okay?
Yes.
Washington is the father of our country. Do you support the Constitution and form of government of the United States?
Yes.
If the law requires it, are you willing to perform work of national importance under civilian direction?
Yes.
Do you currently owe any overdue federal, state, or local taxes in the United States?
No.
Since you became a lawful permanent resident, have you called yourself a non-resident alien on a federal, state, or local tax return, or decided not to file a tax return because you considered yourself to be a non-resident?
No.
What does non-resident alien mean?
A person who has not passed the green card test.
Have you ever worked, volunteered, or otherwise served in a place where people were detained? For example, a prison, jail, prison camp, detention facility, or labor camp? Or have you ever directed or participated in any other activity that involved detaining people?
No.
Have you ever gambled illegally or received income from illegal gambling?
No.
Have you ever been a member of, involved in, or in any way associated with any communist or totalitarian party anywhere in the world?
No.
Have you ever ordered, incited, called for, committed, assisted, helped with, or otherwise participated in injuring or trying to injure any person intentionally and severely?
No.
Are you willing to take the full oath of allegiance to the United States?
Yes.
Are you unable to take the oath of allegiance because of a physical or developmental disability or mental impairment?
No.
Have you ever ordered, incited, called for, committed, assisted, helped with, or otherwise participated in torture?
No.
Have you ever committed, agreed to commit, asked anyone else to commit, helped commit, or tried to commit a crime or offense for which you were not arrested?
No.
Have you ever sold, provided, or transported weapons, or assisted any person in selling, providing, or transporting weapons which you knew or believed would be used against another person?
No.
Have you ever registered to vote or voted in any federal, state, or local election in the United States?
No.
Have you ever ordered, incited, called for, committed, assisted, helped with, or otherwise participated in causing harm or suffering to any person because of their race, religion, national origin, membership in a particular social group, or political opinion.
No.
Have you ever manufactured, cultivated, produced, distributed, dispensed, sold, or smuggled any controlled substances, illegal drugs, narcotics, or drug paraphernalia in violation of any law or regulation of a U.S. state, the United States, or a foreign country?
No.
Have you ever been a member of, involved in, or in any way associated with, or have you ever provided money, a thing of value, services, or labor, or any other assistance or support to a group that used a weapon or explosive with intent to harm another person or cause damage to property?
No.
Have you ever given any U.S. government officials any information or documentation that was false, fraudulent, or misleading?
No.
Have you ever ordered, incited, called for, committed, assisted, helped with, or otherwise participated in genocide?
No.
Have you ever been arrested, cited, detained, or confined by any law enforcement officer, military official in the U.S. or elsewhere, or immigration official for any reason, or been charged with a crime or offense?
No.
Have you ever been removed or deported from the United States?
No.
Have you ever received any weapons training, paramilitary training, or other military-type training?
No.
Have you ever used any person under 15 years of age to take part in hostilities or attempted to work with others to do so?
No.
Have you ever married someone in order to obtain an immigration benefit?
No.
Have you ever served in, been a member of, assisted, or participated in any armed group, for example, paramilitary unit, self-defense unit, vigilante unit, rebel group, or guerrilla group?
No.
Have you ever made a misrepresentation to obtain any public benefit in the United States?
No.
Were you ever a part of any group, or did you ever help any group, unit, or organization that used a weapon against any person or threatened to do so?
No.
Have you been married to more than one person at the same time?
No.
If you received a suspended sentence, were placed on probation, or were paroled, have you completed your suspended sentence, probation, or parole?
No. I have never been sentenced.
Do you understand the full oath of allegiance to the United States?
Yes.
Have you ever been placed in removal, recession, or deportation proceedings?
No.
If the law requires it, are you willing to perform non-combatant services in the U.S. Armed Forces?
Yes.
If the law requires it, are you willing to bear arms on behalf of the United States?
Yes.
You're doing great. Now, please take a moment to review your updated N-400 form. Go through all the details carefully and let me know if you see anything that needs to be corrected. If everything looks good, proceed to the final page and sign where indicated. Next, take a look at the Oath of Allegiance. This is an important step, as you will be reciting this oath at your citizenship ceremony. If you're comfortable with everything in the oath, please sign at the bottom of that page too. Great job! I've reviewed your application and found no issues that would prevent you from becoming a U.S. citizen. Congratulations, you've earned it.
Thank you so much.
You're very welcome. Your application has been officially approved. The next step is to prepare for your oath ceremony. If everything proceeds as expected, you should receive your oath ceremony notice within about 5 weeks. The ceremony is a significant and meaningful event, so please be sure to attend in order to become a U.S. citizen. Do you have any questions at this time?
No, everything's clear. Thank you again.
All right then. That concludes your interview. You're all set to go. Let me walk you out to the hallway.
Thank you so much.